Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael, and I will argue that driverless vehicles are a good idea because they will lead to a reduction in mental health issues, and also driverless vehicles will reduce insurance premiums. Emily will discuss how driverless vehicles will reduce the size of cabin for emergency vehicles, as well as discussing how driverless vehicles will result in essential vehicles and services constantly operating. Finally, Kira will sum up our case. First, let's define the motion. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, driverless means not having a person as a driver. Cambridge Dictionary also states a vehicle is a machine, usually with wheels and an engine used for transporting people or goods, especially on land. And lastly, the dictionary states a good idea is something that should be pursued. Our team line is, impossible is for the unwilling, meaning that if we don't have the will to improve our lives, then we will never improve our lives. And we will show how driverless vehicles will improve our lives considerably. One reason why we support the motion is because driverless vehicles will reduce mental health issues. This may seem surprising, but according to the White Swan Foundation, traffic congestion and noise can cause stress, fatigue, irritability, and rage in commuters. Simply put, traffic congestion causes stress. Stress can play a high part in problems such as headaches, high blood pressure, heart problems, diabetes, skin conditions, asthma, arthritis, depression, and anxiety. According to a 2019 study from the University of Cambridge, driverless cars would improve the overall traffic flow by up to 35%. This would massively reduce the stress level of commuters, thus improving the lives of many people. Driverless vehicles would also reduce insurance premiums for drivers. According to Accenture.com, auto insurance premiums will drop due to the rollout of autonomous vehicles. I have shown two strong reasons why driverless vehicles are a good idea. Impossible is for the unwilling, so let's be willing to make a better future together. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Emily, and I will begin by rebutting the argument made by the negative team. We disagree that driverless vehicles would take jobs away, and this is why. First, we are not arguing that all vehicles must be driverless. If one chooses to continue to be a driver, then they may continue. We are arguing about the benefits of driverless vehicles, not that having a human driver must be illegal. And a final point about job losses is that there will be plenty of new jobs available in a driverless vehicle world. According to techrepublic.com, the rise of self-driving vehicles will create more than 100,000 US mobility industry jobs in the next decade. Now I will continue with our case. Another reason driverless vehicles are a good idea is that having driverless vehicles will reduce the cabin size of emergency vehicles, which will provide more space available for equipment and treatment areas. This would mean that ambulances, fire trucks, police vehicles, and army vehicles would be able to transport more equipment, hold more patients, and basically provide a better service as a result. Another reason why we agree with the motion is that driverless vehicles would mean that essential vehicles are able to operate continuously without the need for a driver to rest. Essential vehicles would include vehicles like road sweeping and cleaning, and also disinfecting vehicles. This is particularly relevant today because of COVID-19, as the virus has caused major problems throughout the world with drivers unable to work due to catching COVID. According to the British Medical Journal, hospitals and ambulance services in England are facing extreme pressures and a high volume of staff absences due to COVID, forcing some to declare critical incidents and others to order 12-hour waits for patients in hospital emergency departments. This also applies to other emergency vehicles, including rubbish collection. According to The Guardian, bins across parts of England are reportedly overflowing with rubbish from the festive period due to COVID-related staff shortages. Impossible is for the unwilling, and we have shown yet again that we must be willing to change to driverless vehicles in order to meet the challenges of the modern world. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kira, and I will conclude our case. But first, I will deal with the 2 points made by the negative team. To say that driverless vehicles have a higher rate of accidents is not true, as the data needed to substantiate this claim is simply not available. However, since self-driving vehicles can theoretically react faster than human drivers and don't drive drunk, text while driving, or get tired, they should be able to dramatically improve vehicle safety. It is also important to note that technology is constantly evolving, so this means that driverless vehicles will improve their safety record as time goes by. According to Allianz Global Corporate and Specialty, in relation to air travel, fatal accidents have fallen every decade since the 1950s, a significant achievement given the massive growth in air travel since then. This shows that we can overcome challenges to safety in transport. We just need to have the will. The last point made by the negative team is related to the previous point. Yes, it is true software can be hacked, and there may be glitches and bugs in the software which can cause problems, but this applies to all technology, not just driverless vehicles. Robert Lowry, Vice President of Security at Bumper, a vehicle marketplace and history search site, said in an email interview, "The reality is that these features prevent more accidents than they cause due to hacking." Now I shall conclude our case. Michael showed that driverless vehicles will lead to a reduction in insurance programs, and also showed that driverless vehicles will improve mental health issues for people who use vehicles by reducing stress levels. Emily showed that driverless vehicles will mean a reduction in cabin size, which will result in more room for equipment and patients. And Emily also showed that essential vehicles can operate around the clock. Our team has shown how driverless vehicles are absolutely a good idea. They are the future, a future we must embrace. Impossible is for the unwilling. We have shown that if we have the will, driverless vehicles will vastly improve the lives of everyone. And as such, this motion must stand. Driverless vehicles are a good idea. Thank you.